Sure. I'm
Okay.
happy.
Okay, so
Okay.
to all our viewers, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in any part of the world. We are here, change makers' voices, and we have another exciting event. And I've been trying to contact our guest, special guest, and finally she agreed to be interviewed. Welcome again to Changemakers Voices, the show where lived experience meets purpose and where age is never a limitation. It's a superpower. Do you believe that? I do.
I do.
I'm your
Yes.
host, Vicky Ferrer, joined by my amazing co host, Maima Jones. I'm a personal power and public presence coach, corporate trainer, and a firm believer that real change begins with one courageous voice. I offer courses that help professionals speak with clarity, lead with confidence, and show up with authentic impact. I've worked with professionals, women, and youth across Asia, the Middle East, and now in the US. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this: behind every change maker is a story that dared to be told. And the show is about those stories. It's about amplifying voices that spark transformation in families, communities, and beyond.
Yeah.
And today, we are in a powerful, heart lifting conversation.
Mm.
Maima, it's please introduce yourself, my dear co host.
Hi everyone. Hi again, Vera. Hi Vicky. And
Happy New
yeah,
Year.
yes. In a nutshell, hi, I am Maima Jones, a mother, educator, and a lover of nature, and one who believes that living is about helping others breathe. Currently, I coach and mentor experienced female business owners 50 plus embody their authority, gain unshakable clarity, and trust themselves so their wisdom translates into consistent income even in the age of AI driven world. Okay. But thank you all again for being here.
And so,
Yeah.
Maima, as you said, this is one of these conversations that make you sit up straighter. You can say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is one of those conversations that makes you to sit up straighter, thinking about it. We believe that the stories that we continue to create, whether in small form or bigger form, will continue to impact no matter what space we occupy, no matter what part of this world we are in. So again, this is one of those conversations that makes you sit up straighter, breathe deeper, and rethink what's possible. We are honored to welcome an extraordinary woman who proves that vitality has no expiration date.
Oh my God, Maima, that's so powerful. So, our guest today is Vera Shury, an 86-year young fitness instructor who is actively teaching fitness centers and inspiring adults to live life fully, boldly, and joyfully.
Mm.
Vera, welcome to Changemakers Voices.
Thank you. It's a delight to be here and delight to meet you too. But I don't know, where are you, in the United States or are you in another country?
I,
Well,
I live in Pennsylvania on the East
Uh-huh.
Coast. Okay.
Okay.
and Vera, I live in Southern California.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
where are you living,
I'm
Vic?
in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
And
So,
I've been to Pennsylvania horse showing competitively with my daughter.
Okay.
whoa.
Well, okay. I wanted to ask what part of Pennsylvania, but hopefully maybe it will happen,
Yeah.
in the
South,
conversation.
mainly it was South Park around Pittsburgh.
Okay, all right. I
Okay.
know a little of Pittsburgh because our last son attended Pitt University and he
Yes.
graduated from there last year. So,
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. But welcome again and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
This particular part of our conversation will be then interviewing.
Mhm.
We have some questions. I will ask some of those questions, maybe like about three of those questions, and then Vicky will ask the balance of those
Okay.
questions. All right.
Okay.
But we are grateful again for you making the time, Vera, to be here with us. All right. Are you ready for the questions?
I am. I am.
Okay, all right. So the first question is yeah, we have mindset and daily practice. It says, yeah, Vera, at 86, you are actively teaching at fitness centers. What mindset or daily practice do you believe has played the biggest role in keeping you vibrant, purposeful, and engaged with life?
I think the main thing, I need to go back to when I was 12 and I came to United States from Germany.
Mm,
That was a dream come true.
yeah.
And people were nice to me, and I loved school and learning.
Mm,
So when I mentioned that I was taking care of my mom, and when she passed, I decided to change my career into fitness because people were so happy with her recovery. It was on the news and in the newspaper, and so the whole community was aware of this accident that she was in, that I helped her to recover from. I
mm,
came with Tucson with my carry-on bag. That's all, and
Oh,
stayed.
oh.
And so when I changed my career, they said, you need to work with these people that have sensitivity. And
mm,
they were people that had serious arthritis and Parkinson's.
mm.
Mhm.
And I follow up on things. So when they said that, I followed up and I got a scholarship to go up to Phoenix and get trained to how to teach people Parkinson's. And that's how I got into doing fitness. And from there, I was taking karate, and one of my karate instructors, this was, I was 65. He wanted me to teach in a suburb for kids after school. So I was doing that. And I started with the Parkinson's in our local Sun City here in Oro Valley and at Saddlebrook, which is in another county, but it's a big community, Robeson community, and they had people there that had Parkinson's.
Mm,
And so that's how I got started in that.
mm,
And during that time, I had my own health issues, which was a bad back, an injury from domestic violence, and that I dealt with for like 30 years.
Oh.
And my knees had gotten bad. And I figured the time goes by anyways, whether I'm sitting on the couch and feeling sorry for myself or
mm,
whether I'm going to class and teaching.
mm,
So I pushed myself to go. And sometimes I could barely walk into the classroom, and I was pretending like everything is normal. And everybody saw that I was limping, and
mm,
they'd say, don't move the furniture, we'll do it for you. But it was that kind of thing, how people that I was supposed to be helping were trying to help me, you know. Uh, and that just renewed my faith in humanity,
mm,
that people are so good overall. Many more people are good. And even if somebody does a little something back, none of us are perfect. So I think that that was the main thing that that really kept me moving forward.
mm,
Because I went back to school, I got my degree when I was 70. I got a black
Wow.
belt in Shotokan karate when I was
Ooh.
65. I
How?
did master's work when I was 72. I became a health coach in 2020 when I had my knees replaced. And, all these things turned out so well.
Yeah.
How could I not be grateful?
Hmm.
Amen. Amen
Right.
to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is that. Wow. What an incredible story. Amazing story. Amazing story. Thank you, Vera.
Sure.
Yes, I wanted to piggyback off something that you said as you are naming some of the different events even in this journey of your beginning. This particular at this place where you are at now. You used the line. You said I follow up on things. Could you say a little more about that? What
Yes.
did you mean? Yes, please.
Well, it's a matter of finishing.
Mhm.
So I make a list of things that I want to do.
Okay.
Maybe taxes, maybe replant my flowers,
Mhm.
change the furniture. I'm always looking, I've lived a life of looking for improving myself.
Yeah.
And and this is what people have always come, even as a kid. Uh, Even when I first came to United States, my girlfriends asked me, "Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that?" So I can make it. I'm not afraid to make a mis decision, and
Mhm.
I'm not afraid to make a mistake. So
So,
I go back and I
yeah.
finish up
Yeah.
and follow up on what I was going to do or what I'm promising to do. Keeping my word and being honest, those are things that are important to me. And so when they said, this is a population that needs your touch, I met with she was a doctoral student
Mm.
studying new ways to deal with Parkinson's. And she designed a program called Parkinson's Wellness Recovery. PWR is worldwide known. I was the first one to be certified in it. I, so, I got the scholarship. I went up to the Barrow Clinic in Phoenix and got certified, started a class in my living room
Oh.
and went from there. And then I had one of my clients that was a developer. He said, "You need to get insurance." Well, there really wasn't a way for me to do that except for silver sneakers. Well, I
Mhm.
didn't want to work in a gym facility. They had just come out with a new program where if you have a venue, you can start a class if you're certified in silver sneakers. I
Mm.
found out at 9 o'clock. By noon, I was certified because I had all the certifications, I had the insurance, I had everything ready to do that. And then they sent me to different organizations where they had new classes they wanted to start. And so from there, I'm in 4 or 5 different locations where I teach seniors. And I'm at the community center here in Oro Valley. I'm
Mm.
in Saddlebrook. I'm at Brookdale,
Mhm.
one of the best living communities. And I
Mm.
have 102-year-olds in my class.
Mm.
And every time I leave, he goes like that, giving me a kiss.
Wow. Oh, God
That,
bless
You know,
that,
you
yeah.
and your
so,
student.
and I'm really sincerely looking for moves and supplements and things that they can do that keep their cognition, that
Yeah.
keep their energy up, that keep their happiness. I
Mm.
have I can tell them I have an imp in my head and I come out with some, I think it's because of my German background and
Yes, yes.
the language change,
Mm-hmm.
things come out a little bit different and it turns out to be really funny and we have a good laugh. And, they've been with me 8, 10, 12 years. There's a
Wow.
real genuine love among each other.
I
That's
love
We
amazing.
that.
hug at the beginning of class or at the end of the class. And, you
Mm.
know, they text me and let me know maybe they can't come or they want to know
Mm.
what can they do to get rid of pain
Mm.
or an issue that's going on. So, it's a close relationship.
It
It's
is. It's like a family,
it
extended
is
Yeah.
like a
family,
family.
Vera.
Yes,
And the
Yeah.
it is
love
like a
that they
family.
feel from you and the exchange of love is also very uplifting. It
Yes.
Yes,
it makes you feel
yes,
like I want to live longer because people around me love me.
yes.
Yes, that is
Well, I
wonderful.
went, for the holidays, I went to Evergreen to visit my daughter and son-in-law for two
Mhm.
weeks. I
Mm.
was ready to come home. I was ready for my classes to start back, you know, because I
You
was
miss
missing
your
people.
students. Exactly. You miss your
That
and the
is.
your students also probably were asking, "Where are you, Vera?
Yes,
When are you
right,
coming
right.
back?
Yes.
We
Well,
want
what they do
to
is
move."
in uh at Brookdale, because it's an independent living community that I work in. They still meet in the classroom and they watched videos that I have made for them
Oh, while you were away.
while I was away.
That
Yes.
is
That's
that is
amazing.
amazing,
That's
amazing, amazing.
amazing.
That
Yes,
is amazing.
Maima. Yeah.
Yes, so that is, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful stories. Thank you, Vera. Now, the next question has many adults fear aging because they believe change becomes harder over time. How do you personally apply neuroplasticity in your lifestyle to keep adapting, learning, and growing physically, mentally, and emotionally?
Well, the number one thing about neuroplasticity is that what fires together the moves you make, the things you do, the patterns you follow in your lifestyle. The more you do them, the better they get in your brain pathway.
Mm,
So the way they say it is that what fires together wires together. Okay.
Oh.
mm,
So meaning that if I make a decision to do something, I'm going to take extra time to do that. So I changed how I have my coffee in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I changed that I'm having water in the morning and a piece of fruit before I have coffee and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I sit on my balcony and I have water and a piece of fruit because when that mixes with the water, it makes it structured water. It keeps you hydrated longer. When we get up, we're borderline dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
So I want my brain to work the best that it can work, and that's with water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
mm,
Water and omega-3 are the two things, which is water and oil.
Yes, yes. That's
And so
amazing.
so I have decided to do that. And and if I forget and walk in the kitchen first, I turn around and I say, "No, I'm going to go to the balcony and do that. I want that sunlight in my eyes." We are so much more precise in our body function than
mm,
people realize.
mm,
So, one of the big things is getting the sun in the morning to set
Mm-hmm.
your circadian rhythm. Well, the sun coming into your eyes at that morning angle sets it up for your circadian rhythm to create melatonin at night.
mm, mm,
Okay.
God.
So, uh, so that's that part. Then the next part is my coffee. I decided I wanted to do the lion's mane coffee. So I buy Lion's Mane coffee. I make a coffee cocktail. I put collagen in it. I put leucine in it. I put dark chocolate in it. And then I make my own seasoning and I put, which is ginger, turmeric, cinnamon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Those three mixed together. I put that, a shot of that in my coffee.
Right.
So, I had to make the habits to do that. I had to make a list so I have them and I have set them up. I have a coffee station and
Mm.
I on the other side of the sink next to the water, I have the tea station. So I have different teas. I don't drink coffee all the time because then I won't sleep. So I drink tea later in the day
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I have a tea station because I want certain teas. I think I this is an epiphany. I think I'm a control freak because I want to control how I feel and
Yeah.
how I have energy.
Yes.
Wow,
Wow.
that's
So,
amazing.
I have learned through trial and error that if I have coffee after 11 o'clock, I don't sleep well.
Right. The
Mm.
same.
So I
Yeah.
have to have tea later, and what tea will keep me going with the energy so I don't get that crash, but I still can sleep at night.
Mm.
So yerba mate is the tea that does that for me.
Mm.
So, and I'm also a research nerd. So, and I graduated with a degree in anthropology.
Mm-hmm.
I concentrated on neurolinguistic, biological, cultural, biology, those four. And it was really because of Parkinson's why I insisted on going back and finishing because my
Mm.
people were being mistreated in the emergency room. They
Mm.
took them off medication, and I wanted to be able to talk to the doctors and the nurses and those people. And I said, they're not going to listen to me without some kind of degree.
Right.
So I said, I have to get a degree. And it turned out perfect. I mean, the synchronicity that has happened. My biological neuro anthropologist professor, his specialty was bipedalism, meaning people that walk on 2 feet.
Mm.
So that was so helpful for Parkinson's because they have trouble walking.
Oh.
Everything fell into place. I, I'm a spiritual person. I go to church,
Mm.
you know, uh, I have faith in a higher power,
Yeah.
Mhm.
something that's smarter and more than I am.
Yeah.
And I pray and I sometimes curse. And you know what? When I do, it's because I have to do what I have to do.
Yes. Yes.
You
Exactly.
know?
It's the
Yes.
driving force. When
Yes,
Yes.
you curse, you say, I have to do it. So I'm cursing now because it has to happen no matter what it takes.
right, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
Exactly.
amazing. Yeah.
And
Yes.
the other
Wow.
part of that is um uh is that I observe myself like I'm my own best friend.
Right.
And I make comments to myself,
Mm.
sometimes out loud. Oh, Vera, why'd you do that? That little ego got in there. You didn't need to do that, you know? We all have an ego. For many years, I didn't think I had an ego because I was justifying everything. Oh, it's for business. Oh, I'm a mom. It's this, it's that. No, it was my petty ego that was driving the force. And I had to admit that I have an ego. Now I call it vanity insanity.
I like that. Vanity, insanity. I like
That's
that. That's
Yes, that's
amazing.
great.
That's
That's great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love how you connect, you have all of these connections, the integration with movement, with the mindset that is not only about muscles. It's
Right.
about that mental flexibility too, but having that integration among all of them, I mean, that is incredible. That thank you, Vera. And
Well,
I'm
the movement, the movement is in
yeah,
the mind.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
in your mind that teaches you the movement.
Mm,
And even if you have stopped, once you've accomplished a certain perfection or experience, even if you forget about it and you don't do it for a while, it comes back really quick once it's been there. So
mm,
that's really a lot of times I bring people back to their high school days or their school days. How did you move? What did you like then?
Mm.
Let's see how we can do that. So right now, I was really excited about a new program that I'm doing, 12 weeks of well balance.
mm,
And we take a test where everybody has to stand with their feet together or semi-tandem, tandem on one leg, and 30 seconds, how many times can you get up from a chair? I measured like 50 people in the last week.
Mm. Wow.
And now we have a whole routine over the next 12 weeks where we're going to do our normal exercises, but we're going to add little difficult things to enhance their cognition and to enhance the balance so that they don't fall, because when people fall, they seem to give up too often.
mm,
And from my own experience, from having had back surgery and having my knees replaced, I'm in better shape now than I was 20 years ago.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, for two reasons. One, because I teach my classes and I teach it with them. I do it with them. I use
Mm.
the weights.
yeah,
I'm not just walking around. I put my heart into it because it's good for me.
yeah.
One of the
Amen.
things, so 3 years ago when I was able to ski again, I couldn't get up if I sat down on my skis, I couldn't get the tush up.
Mm,
Okay?
mm,
So I decided, all right, I need more leg movement. So every time I have a little piece of trash at home, I'm going to walk to the kitchen and throw it in the trash. I'm not going to gather them up for the end of
Mm.
how long I was sitting there. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
get up each time. Well, this year when I skied, I was able to get up from a sitting position on my skis.
Wow.
Okay. So
great, great.
that shows that we can improve at any age.
Yes.
Yeah,
We just
Yeah.
have to learn, figure out what is it going to take to do that.
yeah.
And people don't know.
Mm,
That's the big problem. People don't know what they can do. That's why I went into the coaching, because people that use a coach are successful
Oh.
because a coach guides you along the way and helps you to make the little changes that need to be made that we don't know about and don't think about. As I said, I'm a research nerd. I'm on the National Institute of Health every day
yeah.
looking up things, and there are millions of articles. It's finding the right one that gives you the right result to show to your client, because people don't want to read that. It's too long. It's too
Mm.
long-winded. It's got all these formulas in it and things like that that they don't need to be involved in. Just like we only need to turn the switch to turn on the electricity.
Mm,
That's what I try to do for people, is provide the switch for them
mm,
so that they can do what they want to do. The
mm,
other thing is when people get involved and they're in the group, uh, I have a Parkinson's man in the group in Saddlebrook that has what's called Lewy body,
Mm-hmm.
which is a dementia that goes with Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
He had given up playing golf and was sitting home and just declining. He found the class. He is thriving in the class. He's got an incredible sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say something and he'll say, "Oh yeah, go on, do it." You know? I mean, and we're all crack up. He's the class clown
Oh,
and he is thriving and he's back to playing golf.
wow.
All right, back to doing the things that mean something to him,
Mm,
which he was going to give up.
Yeah,
So, for me, that is a big thrill.
it is.
that's
You
awesome.
It
know,
is.
I
Yeah.
would, it's what I would want. If I have something going on, and people have helped me through the
Mm,
years.
yeah.
People have helped me all the way along. Whatever I learned, they have helped me and been kind to me
Yeah.
and done things for me. One thing that comes to mind, I was out of gas and I didn't have money. And this
Mm-hmm.
couple stopped and they drove me to a gas station. They got gas, they helped put it in and gave me $10
Oh,
so that I wouldn't be without money.
That's
I mean,
oh
it.
my
how
God.
incredible is that? This is
Yes.
back in
That,
Cleveland.
yes, yes.
So,
Wow.
people are overall are really good people.
Yes. That's
They
But
are.
we have to be discerning. I mean, there
yeah.
are people that have negative and we have to look at how do they talk, what are they doing
Yeah.
so that we don't get taken advantage of,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to a certain degree. It can be harmful.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. But
All
I'm
right.
getting, thank you. Thank you, Vera. But I mean, I think if we had all day, the 24 hours today, maybe we're still going to be looking for more, more hours to spend with you. These great examples that you are giving, some, incredible stories. So thank you, Vera. I'm at the last part of the questions that I have, and then I will turn it over to
Okay.
Vicky for the remaining of the questions. But wonderful, wonderful stories and impactful stories. I love this, and I have to say it before I ask you my last question. I love what you said, that what you provide for people is turning the switch on provide a switch. I mean, providing the switch for people. So, I mean, how incredible that is. Thank you. So, yes, so my last question for you for this segment. Your work, your work with adults who want to live life to the fullest now and well into the future. Okay, I mean, sorry, you work with adults who want to live life to the fullest now and well into the future. Okay, what is the biggest shift you encourage them to make when it comes to movement, habits, and self-belief?
I think it's the fact that they have more authority over what they can do than they think they do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a woman that just recently was diagnosed with Parkinson's,
Mm-hmm.
and her doctor was saying it was uh, essential tremor. And I observed her in class. I said, I think that you have more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Get a second opinion. And she got a second opinion and she has Parkinson's. And she's just devastated. I said, you know what? As at your age, when it happens, it's not going to get very bad. You're going to have good qualities of life. You still can travel. You can still do all the things that you want to do. But if somebody hadn't told her that, she would believe that she's going to be devastated, and she's not. And her son had a wedding in October, and she danced at the wedding.
Oh.
Okay. So it's that kind of thing that the reality, when we hear something bad, 95% of what we fear and what is bad, what we think is bad, doesn't happen. So she was really depressing herself. And I was saying, don't let your family discount you and treat you as if you're retarded because you're not.
Right.
She is a scientist.
Oh,
Okay, she's a chemist. She's a brilliant woman. She should never be treated as if she's not smart anymore.
right.
Yes, she may slow down a little bit. We all slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
I'm okay with I slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one thing, and this is what I tell my clients. So uh, in high school, I dropped shorthand because I wanted to do, I wasn't going to be a coffee carrying secretary. I took bookkeeping, which
Mm-hmm.
was a really smart decision. And from in bookkeeping, you add your numbers. 8 and 6 is 14. So add your age. So for me, 8 and 6 is
It's
14. That's
14.
my inner child. That gives me, that
Ooh.
means that I can have a temper tantrum and I can jump and laugh and have fun. And I try to get them into that kind of a mindset
Mm.
because we can improve even when we have a setback. And I've had setbacks
Mm.
in my life, but people helped me. I was homeless.
Mm.
Mm.
That's when I had those people help me and give me $10. Okay. But I
Mm.
still went to the office. I still worked every day. I didn't miss a day of work. Uh, and Salvation Army helped me. They were wholesome and supportive. And, we have all the things available to us that we need to help. In this country, it is so generous, more than other countries. In Germany, I never heard anybody talking about doing volunteer work.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
Mm.
my girlfriend I met at when I was working at 16 at a department store. She was a buyer and she ended up being my maid of honor. And we joined a sorority and we became sisters and we're still in touch. That's from the
Mm.
60s, from the 50s.
Mhm.
Okay. So um, we have more power than we think we have.
Yeah.
And sometimes it means saying no to the negative stuff that's going on around us.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Mhm.
That's
So
amazing.
that is the mindset I try to get people in. And
Mm.
I ask them, what do you want to do? You
Mm-hmm.
know, volunteer work is really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe in that. That's why
Yeah.
it's always because you don't expect any payment. There's nothing in return. We just keep giving forward, and we are blessed for that. I
Yes.
believe so. You know,
Yes.
Right,
I always say that, hey, I'm going to do this for you, but please, I'm not expecting anything in return. And you
right.
feel blessed. You feel great about yourself because
Yes.
you're able to help
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and one thing, so I belong to the BMW club. I belong
Mm-hmm.
to the Tucson Social Singles. I'm president. I belong
Oh,
to church, and I'm an elected committeeman. I get involved politically because I don't think I can complain if I'm not doing anything about it.
correct.
Okay. Uh, so I try to have a balanced life. I look at that. What is my life like? I'm real close friends with my neighbor sometimes, and she's my daughter's age.
Oh,
But she's
sweet.
such a lovely person. I helped her get a better job where she's got insurance and the things that she needs. And, you when I join a group, I always get on a committee because it's when you get on the committee that you really get to know the people. Otherwise, you're just going, you're complaining, and it doesn't turn out well.
That's
When you
true.
get on a committee and you do a little something, you're working together in a smaller group and you really get to know each other. And that's when you get to love each other.
That's true. That's true. That's the relationship, building the relationship
Yeah.
and knowing that you are loved and
Yeah.
you
Yes.
love
Yes.
the people too. I mean, love is something really, it's so enlightening, so motivating, so encouraging. I wish the whole world would just love each other. And I think we will not have any problem today if we just use
Well,
and practice love.
Yeah.
and even if they can't go to the point of love, but accept
Yeah,
that they had an experience that makes them feel this way,
correct.
and it's okay.
Mhm.
I don't have to change their mind. I don't want somebody to. I have certain feelings because I was born in Germany under Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have an experience there that's different than most people. And based on that experience is how I make my decisions.
Right.
That and educating myself. You
Correct.
know, um, yesterday I wore a little coat, and one of my clients behind me said, she said, "You look like a detective." I said, "I am a detective. I'm doing research all the time," you know.
That's amazing. That's
But it's
amazing.
a really educating yourself and not just taking the superficial view. There's
Yeah.
always more to something than it looks.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Including social media. That's
Yes.
Yes.
why
Oh
they
my gosh.
say,
Well, there, and one of the women said, "Oh, I get my news from YouTube. You get the truth there." I said, "They give you more of what you're
yeah,
looking at.
yeah.
So you're going to get reinforced what you look at because that's what the algorithm does."
Right.
So, so I went on Grok and I said, "Okay, now give me the opposite view." And I went on YouTube and I said, "I want to hear the opposite of what you just
Opposite.
presented."
Wow.
That
And
is
that gave me a different view and a different perspective to keep an open mind.
that is an innovative
Amazing.
move. That
That's
is, yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot from
Yes.
Vera,
That
and
is.
I can't wait to ask my next question, Vera.
Okay.
Yes, Vicky. So Vicky,
Yes,
yes.
yes. So when motivation fades or fear of change shows up, Vera, among your clients, what simple neuroplasticity-based habit or thought shift would you recommend adults to practice daily to stay mentally flexible, confident, and committed to living fully at any age?
So one of the thing is gratitude and appreciation, meditation, taking nice deep breathing to activate your vagus nerve. The 4-7-8 breath. Do you know it? It's in for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8, and do 10 of those breaths. That activates your vagus nerve. It's the big nerve that goes to your brain and goes all along your spine. Okay? That helps you to relax and not stay in a negative state.
Wow.
Okay. So, one of the things that I do is I waited 2 years to get an apartment with a view. I had a one bedroom here. I've been here in over 20 years in this apartment that I'm
Mm.
in.
Mm.
And I have a view, I have a cathedral window that is a view of the mountains.
Wow,
Mm.
beautiful.
Facing east. So you remember I talked about light in the morning. Facing east is when the sunlight comes up, and my bedroom and living room are facing east. So I get the
Mm.
morning view there when I first get up and open my drapes. And I look at those mountains And really, when I came to Tucson, I was very down and
Mm-hmm.
out. And I looked at those mountains and I said, whatever made those mountains is more powerful than any human being.
Mm.
It helped me to renew my faith in God and in a higher power.
That is
So when
awesome.
I look at those in the morning, how can I not feel happy?
Right.
That
How
is
can I not have gratitude? I have heat. I have a dishwasher. I have hot and cold water. I have
Mm-hmm.
a balcony where I can sit and I have a hummingbird feeder and the hummingbirds come and zoom
Mm.
around like crazy. And my daughter has bought me some really beautiful wind chimes that I
Oh,
look at. And I have some plants there that I water that are growing. And um, how can I not be happy?
true.
that is awesome.
It's
Awesome.
So I've been divorced since 1983.
wow.
I never thought I would stay single this long. I've had some wonderful, loving relationships, but I didn't want to get married to whoever it was. But I really did think I would get married again. I didn't think I would stay by myself this long.
Yeah.
But how can I not be happy when I have so much good around me and
Yeah.
in my environment?
Yes. That is
Amen.
awesome.
Amen
And
to
I
that.
try to have people understand that and find what it is in their life that they can find that makes them happy.
Yeah.
That's the best thing,
You know,
really.
and I on YouTube I watch some of the financial things that they recommend, and like what's his name that just retired from Berkshire. Um, oh, I forgot his name now, but he was in his 90s and he just retired. And he said, just drive an old car until you can afford, till you make more money. I'm not waiting for that. I have a car that I have to pay for and I'm willing to work for it, but it gives me joy every day because it's beautiful.
Yes, that's great.
Okay?
Can I make a
Every
guess?
morning that I walk
Yeah.
out the door, I look at that car and I have this car. It's my car, you know?
That is
Vera, I want to make a guess. Your car is BMW.
Yes.
that
And
is
I didn't used to like German cars
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know. And I call my car a redneck car because Bavaria, it's called Bavarian Motorwerke.
Yeah, that's
Bayern
right.
Motorwerke is what it stands
Yes.
for in German.
Yes.
And that's, for me, I'm from northern Germany.
Mm-hmm.
That's redneck country. So I call it a redneck car.
Oh, that's awesome. And I was just thinking. I said, I'm sure that because you said you were also a member of the BMW club,
Right,
so
right.
that really
Yes.
resonated with me. Vera, if you could leave our listeners with one empowering message about aging, purpose, and possibility, what would you say to those who feel it might be too late to start living differently? I know a lot of people who say, "Oh, I'm too old. I'm 75. What else can I do in life? I just, just grow old."
So this goes back to when I was getting divorced. I felt like when I looked at it, what I thought we were living, we were not really living,
Mm.
if that makes sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason is he had a girlfriend for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he really wasn't a partner to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at that and I had some resentment about that. And then I thought, okay, I'm 43, going to be 44. I have 10 years for a career. So I know my great grandparents and my grandparents lived in their 90s. So I know. So I have another 50 years. I have room for 5 more careers.
Wow.
That
That
is amazing.
changed how I looked at the future.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking I'm old and decrepit,
Exactly.
I thought about, you know, what else I could do. And look at what I've done. I've done Senior Olympics. I have 200 medals in Senior Olympics playing around,
Whoa.
just trying
Congrats.
to beat myself, make
Congrats.
myself be better, not the other people. I looked at my own numbers. Am I better this year? And I
Wow.
was able to get better over a 10-year period. The example I can cite is, and I didn't train for any particular sport. I did a dozen different sports, but I did a running long jump in 94 of 7 feet and some inches.
Whoa.
Wow.
5 years later, when I was 60, I did 11 feet 7 inches. I watched the videos that the real Olympians show, how they use their mind and how they use their body, and I used that to improve myself. The
Mm.
thing is,
Mm.
our brain makes new brain cell
Mm.
until the day we die.
Wow.
It's
No
incredible.
matter what illness you have, no matter what condition you have, your
Amazing.
brain is making new cells. So
Mm.
I figure I can do new things. I can learn new things. And what we've learned now is that when we work out,
Mm-hmm.
when we stress and relax, going back and forth in that kind of a workout, it's called BDNF, brain derived neurotropic factor, makes new brain cells for you.
Wow.
And
Wow.
when we enjoy doing that
Mm-hmm.
and give ourselves unexpected rewards, our brain changes.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our
This is
brain makes
amazing.
new pathways.
Mm.
So one of the things that I learned in biological anthropology was to learn about epigenetics.
Mm-hmm.
Epigenetics means that your genes can be changed, and the major change is nutrition
Oh, okay.
through methylation, through the absorption and the conversion of the food. So making sure that I make sure that I eat really, I call it high test food. I make
Wow.
sure that I get enough protein and fresh vegetables. And I have a, a countertop oven. It's called a New Wave.
Mm-hmm.
And I can take frozen meat
Mm-hmm.
and especially salmon. I have it several times a week, 3, 4 times a week. I can take frozen meat, put it in this New Wave, and I take the vegetables, I put them all together,
Mm-hmm.
and I have roasted food in 10 minutes.
Mm.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Amazing. That is amazing, Vera.
yes.
Wow.
Wow.
So, it's an easy way to have healthy food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And frozen food is better than fresh from the store.
Yeah.
You know why?
Right.
I agree.
Because they pick it fresh
Yeah.
and
Then
ripe
put
and
it in the
freeze it right
frozen.
away.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But the fruit that's in the store was picked weeks before.
Right.
They put gas on it to make it get ripe.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. Oh my
Wonderful.
God.
Wonderful
I wish
insight.
this
Well,
interview would never
yes.
end. Maiva, would you like to say something after listening to Vera? I just want to live in her house. I want her to adopt me so I can learn so much. Maiva,
Yes,
would you have
yes, yes.
anything to
I mean,
say?
amazing, amazing, amazing. Like I said, if we had this whole day, we're still going to be looking, looking to find, I mean, wanting to have more time with Vera. So hopefully, one of these days, God willing, Vera, maybe we may come back to you again, or Vicky
Sure,
will reach out
anytime,
again to
Yeah,
you.
anytime.
exactly,
But yes,
exactly.
but
So,
the reminders you made for us today, giving us some vivid images of examples, even the talking about the oven, the new wave of oven, and,
yes,
and how
exactly.
you have this balanced meal, even within the time that is maximized for you.
Yeah.
I mean, great insights.
Thank
Um,
you.
so
Thank
we,
I should
you.
add
but
one quick thing.
Yes.
yes,
I use music. I listen to
Mm.
binaural beats,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell YouTube I want to listen to upbeat music,
yeah,
Mm.
or energizing or focus music. Depending on what I'm going to do, I let it help me get into that mood better. And
yes,
I go
Amazing.
dancing often.
Yeah, I
yes,
like that
yes,
dancing. So,
yeah,
Vera, you are a living proof that neuroplasticity, movement, and purpose can carry us through every season of life. And
Yes.
yeah,
to our listeners, if Vera can teach fitness and accomplish so many things at
yeah.
86,
Mhm.
our question is, what's one small step you can take today? Maima?
Yeah. So so Vera, like I said, the vivid examples that you've given us, even through images as well as vivid stories, and so forth. Yeah, in those reminders, in those examples, you are reminding us that age is not a finish line. That aging is really not the end of the line.
Not at all.
It is an invitation to continue evolving. And I love that one of the points you made, that even if you slow down, that is okay too. For
Yes.
you are at age, you are going at
Yes.
age, as so
Amen.
that invitation to continue evolving. So thank you for the great insights
Amen.
that you've given
Amen
us
to
today.
I
that.
The
hope it's
lesson,
helpful.
Yes, and thank you for
yes,
joining us on Change Makers
and
Voices, Vera.
Well,
Again,
thank you
I
for
hope
having
that
me.
we will interview you again. I am
yes,
thinking of moving to Arizona and join the fitness center, venues where Vera teaches, because then I could be more inspired and encouraged to continue my fitness.
Tucson. The suburbs of Tucson is very beautiful, and it's a very down to earth people in this area.
Wow.
It's very pleasant.
So anyone who wants to move to Tucson and wants to follow the footsteps of Vera, think
Sure.
about it, because remember, your voice matters, your
yes,
Yes.
body listens, and it's never too late to choose movement,
yes.
No.
meaning, and momentum. So until the next time, keep showing up for your life. Again, thank you, Vera. And for anyone who wants to contact Vera, Vera, would you like to give your email? And
Sure.
I'm going to post it also in my in our post. So how do they contact you, Vera?
Okay, it's Vera at libertyscience.com. And I have a website, libertysciencecoaching.com. And I have recommendations there and things that they can learn. There are a lot of free stuff there that they can learn from. Some of the things that I've talked about.
That's
The other
amazing.
thing is make it work for you. Whatever's going on,
Mhm.
make it
Yeah,
work for you.
yeah.
That's the thing.
That's
Great
the
point.
beauty.
Great point.
Make
Great
it work
point.
for you. So
That
for
is.
everyone, the viewers, make it work for you. And please visit the website of Vera. Contact her if you need any coaching. Don't give up, because as
If they
Vera,
go to Vera Shury, as my name is, it'll come up on Google.
fantastic. So see you again to the
Thank
viewers.
you. Thank
See
you
you,
for having
Thank,
Vera.
me. You
thank
guys
you,
are
Vera.
delightful.
We
Thank you
love
so
you,
much.
Vera. We
Thank
love
you.
you.
Thank you
You
for
take care.
yes, thank you for the
Thank you.
impact you continue to make. Thank you, Vera. And
Okay.
thank you, audience, for being with us. Share this particular insightful video, and you have questions now. You've been given the info on how to reach Vera, because I don't think she has an ending, to all these great insights.
We have
So
a
yes.
lot
So
to
thank
learn
you
from
again.
Vera.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you all again, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to
Happy New
all.
Year.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.